In training, he's just one of the guys who's known never to hold himself above his teammates. Once he takes to the field, however, the Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder quickly shows why they call him the General. Anyone who saw his recent humdinger of a goal against Ajax Cape Town will tell you he's getting back to the form of his life, so he must know a thing or two about staying in shape.
Okay, what fitness tip do you have for me?
The first thing is probably if you're going to start maybe by doing sit-ups, or push-ups rather, we're trying to balance the ball here by still doing the push-ups. I think that will be the trick.
I don't think I would be able to balance it. Maybe we can make it even more simple.
No, maybe you can. You want
All
to try?
right. I love that you have faith in me.
Go ahead.
Okay. I might do a push-up.
And then the ball is here. So you need to focus on there. There you go.
Woo! Oh my goodness, that's falling off my bum.
That's the first one.
Your excellence as a player has been recognized in 2 different categories at the PSL Awards, leaving you with a nice little lump sum of money. How did it feel and did you celebrate?
I mean, it felt great, to be recognized after playing football for such a long time as well. And with the money, of course, I celebrated first, and some of that, and then I invested in my house as well. I took my kid out as well for dinner and bought a couple of stuff because it's her birthday in a month to come, so she's been demanding too many things, so I used that as well.
You sound like a wonderful dad. To be the best obviously takes a lot of work and sacrifice. Could you tell me about your journey?
I had a dream as I was a very young kid that I wanted to be one of the best in South Africa. And for me to do that, I needed to work harder than anybody else. There's so many things that you're going to sacrifice as well. You're not going to go out as much as you want to. You're not going to hang out with your friends as much as you want to. But those are the kind of things that I had to go through. And I lost a lot of friends within that. But I've got no regrets. I mean, I worked hard to be where I am today. And if I've been given a chance to do it again, that's what I'll do.
Could you tell me about your training schedule?
The amount of work that we put in within the team is crazy, and it's because of the passion that the coach has as well. So I just hope that one day people will recognize and realize the amount of work that we put in, and hopefully one day, it'll pay off on the pitch.
Coach of the Brazilians, as Mamelodi Sundowns are fondly known, Pitso Mosimane was there at the dawn of this career.
Teko as a player has achieved a lot. What would you say makes him the player he is?
First, he's a talented football player. He's a rare breed, he's a special player. He's liked by the public. He expresses himself well on the ball. I'm the first person to give him his professional contract. He used to come every year in pre-season to say that I'm ready to play, and I always said, yeah, you're good but not ready. He was skinny a little bit at that time. The demands were too heavy for him, but he always had a technique and knew how to do, what to do and how to play. The year he didn't come, I went to fetch him, and I think he's one of the most celebrated football players in the country.
Despite the biggest clubs from Europe expressing interest, Teko's bond with his coach has been a strong force in keeping him here.
It's like a father and son relationship. We have our shortfalls, but our shortfalls are normal. It's like in a family. It's never to the level where we cannot fix it.
In football, Teko found a second family where he's admired and respected.
So how old were you when you started playing soccer?
I think I was 7 at the time. And from Soweto, everybody from Soweto plays football, so I didn't like it as much at first because I thought it was dangerous, but started being good at it, so it was very nice.
So what were you like as a youngster?
I think I was the naughtiest. Because I was forever breaking other people's windows at the houses, in Soweto. So there was always people coming to the house to come and complain as well.
So what was your family support structure like?
I didn't have much. My parents at the time split. I wasn't staying with my mom also. And it's been like a couple of years as well without seeing my dad. So I was basically staying in Deep Blue with people that I don't know. So they're just taking care of me. So that's how difficult it was.
Well, it shows what a strong man you are.
Yeah, look, I am to where I am today, so I have no regrets.
Heading for our introduction to bubble soccer, we realized what a philosophical approach Teko has to life. With his team currently lying mid-table in the league, he chooses to see it as a positive, that with so much competition, soccer in South Africa has never been this interesting.
So what has been the most memorable thing in your lifetime?
I think in soccer, it's being part of the national team that way to play the World Cup. Because when I was young, I never thought I would play for the national team. So to be part of that and to captain the national team prior to that, it was an honor for me. And in my personal life, again, I think it's when I got my daughter, when she was born, and then that changed as well how I looked at life. It forced me to work harder and to be better than I am.
Do you have any superstitions or rituals that you do before a game?
Before I leave the hotel towards to the game, I pray. And before I step on the pitch, I make sure that I use my right leg first, because I believe that if I put my best foot first, and then hopefully I'll play the best game. So that normally happens.
Well, should we put our right foot forward and head forth to bubble soccer?
Of course, let's go.
Also known as Zorb football, it's played on a small soccer pitch, typically astro-turf, with the player's upper body and head encased in one of these bubbles. Invented in Norway for a TV show called Golden Goal, it's now taking root in SA.
So how are you supposed to see in this thing?
Dude, you're not supposed to see.
It's a bit like Dodgem cars, except you do all the work. Anyone over the age of 10 can play, and all the basic rules of football apply. As does that universal idea that when you get knocked down, just get up and join the game again. Unless you're doing a TV interview.
If you weren't playing soccer, what career path do you think you would have taken?
I would have been a fashion designer, because I've always had a passion for fashion, and I enjoy doing what I have a passion for. So
Well, that's now also becoming a reality.
we're still conceptualizing it, and we're still trying to find a designer as well that will work hand in hand with me as well. So hopefully, in a couple of months to come, and there will be actual material for people to see and actually buy.
So you're 32 years old now. What keeps you still pushing and striving to be the best?
My biggest idol was Dr. Kumar, so I've always wanted to be better than him. So what keeps motivating me as well is the passion that I have for the game. I've always wanted to be a better person so that when I retire, I don't have any regrets.
Giving others a foot up, the stylish midfielder has launched a Designing for Teko competition, where aspiring fashion talents showcase their skills, with one becoming the official designer of his street-style brand for a year. That said, there's still clearly plenty of football left in Mr. Modise, and that's good news for Sundowns and South Africa.